How's it, guys? Welcome back to FX Rhapsody. Today we will be looking again at the British pound US dollar and also the British pound Japanese yen. So guys, before we look at the chart, go visit my website, fxrhapsody.co.za. If you scroll down, there's your video categories on the side here. So if you're getting started in trading, go click that area, and then it will take you to my videos on getting started. You've got all these strategies, analysis, and so forth. You get your trading platforms where you can just click on it and go download the trading platform that you desire to trade on. Also, you got your news feeds on the side here and some very nice tools looking at your markets and so forth. And you get all your videos on the left-hand pane, and then just click on the image and it will take you straight to the videos. Got my brokers over here as well. Currently, I've got two brokers that I prefer, two preferred brokers. IFX, very good broker. A-Book broker, if you don't know what an A-Book broker is, just go click there and it will tell you exactly what they are. And then also they've got very nice spreads. Click on that section, it will show you the spreads of this broker. So just click here, join the family. They've got some nice deposit methods as well. DREV, obviously, trading my VIX 75 and all those other synthetic indexes. But currently, we're waiting on IFX, and they are busy processing and getting VIX 75 and all those other synthetic indexes on their systems. So in the very near future, I will be trading all my trades, or doing all my trades on one broker. Also, resource tab, just go down, click that, and you get your nice cheat sheet, and then also commitment of traders, updated every weekend. So just click there to download. We'll download straight to your computer, PC, laptop, smartphones. Okay, so we start off with the British pound US dollar, GU. So let's look at the monthly time frame. What is that doing there? So in the monthly time frame, we can see that there's this area over here that pound moved down nicely, price moved down, came into this area of support. It was a previous area of resistance, tapped it, and then started moving to the upside. So take your Fibonacci and you take it from this high over here, this little swing high, to that swing low. Let's just add a little bit up, so you can see how price is just expanded a little bit. Price came up and it actually touched this area over there, 62%, very nicely. So now it's a case of, will price carry on to the downside? Will that be the retracement? But this is very high time frame. So let's just drill down to the weekly and see what is happening. Get a clearer view. Okay. So again, you can see how price made its move up and down, up and down, up, and now coming back to retrace. Okay, that's your retracement area. So you take your Fibonacci from the high to this low, swing high to swing low, and you can see again price tapping into that 70%, 70.5% optimum trading entry, and then moving to maybe creating lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, went a lower low, now lower high, so maybe it's going down to create a new lower low. Before I carry on, guys, I think there was a lot of comments, and just wanted to show you my Fibonacci. Okay, this is my Fibonacci settings. There you go. Take a screenshot of that, and you will see that you can just add it to your MT5, MT4, TradingView, whatever you want. So that is the settings of the Fibonacci that I use. Okay, now carry on to the daily time frame. Let's just draw it down a little bit to show you here. Let's just make this black, make this a little bit. So we can see that, I'm just drawing this trend line so that it have multiple touches of all the candles. So you can see this is kind of a acting as a downward trend line, downtrend obviously happening here. Price tapping it, you know, reaching above it, coming down, you know, but every time just closing above it. So you can just adjust it on your lower time frames as well. But you can see clearly now that price came up and touched that trend line once again. So a couple of things to highlight. There it is. So you can see price is currently sitting in this area here. Okay, this is a strong area of support and resistance. You can see how price have been respecting this area multiple times. So price is within that. It's basically tapping the trend line over there. Okay, that's basically what's happening. You can also see over here. Let's just highlight that. Liquidity. So there was liquidity that was lying on top here, created by these sellers. So buy liquidity was lying up here. Price came up, touched or tapped into that liquidity. And if you take your Fibonacci from your swing high to the very swing low, from this high to this very swing low, I think we just did it on the weekly, and you can see how price, you can just adjust that, see how this zone between the 62% and the 70% is acting as a big support and resistance. It's a key zone in the market. So now we're faced with, what is price going to do now? What is the next move of price? Will price break and hunt some more liquidity that's lying on the top? But obviously, let's just mark out this liquidity over here. Okay, so that's our next area of liquidity that price might be hunting. But again, price is not going to just break and shoot. It might, depending on big news events, but we might see something like this, testing that trend line once again, and then shooting up to the upside. So that's a possibility. That's scenario number one. And then scenario number two, obviously respecting this retracement, you know, price coming up, retracing all the way back to the 70.5 optimal trading entry in your 62%, and then moving to start moving to the downside. Obviously not that big, but let's do that. So price might do something like that, coming to retest somewhere and then bam, all the way down. That's another possibility on GBP USD. So again, drilling down to the lower time frames will give you a good indication of where price will be heading. It will give you a good indication of this, of the turning point in price as well. And just go have a look at your hourly and even drill down to your 5 minutes, and then trade according to that. Use your Fibonacci in those time frames, and then trade the retracements all the way from the 62. Wait until it retraces to the 62, and then go to the downside or the upside or whatever the scenario is. COT reports. Let's have a look here. The British pound. British pound, there's lots of shorts being closed. So we saw this big amount of shorts being entered into the market 2 weeks ago, and that contributes to this huge movement to the downside. So we saw a lot of shorts being closed again this previous week, and so we see this big movement to the upside. So let's see what happens to the British pound in this week again. Lower time frames, it will tell the tale, guys. Next up, GBP JPY. Now this pair made a huge run this week, or well, this whole month to be exact. So basically on a monthly time frame, you can see this big bullish candle forming. It's obviously still in formation. I mean, we've got 13 days left, a little bit more than 13 days, a couple of hours after that, just for this candle to finish. So we might see this candle pushing up even more. I mean, we do have it sitting in this area over here. I'm just highlighting it out for you. Okay, this was a nice big area of resistance. This happened in February 2018, came and retested it now in June, well, in May and then June again. So we are sitting with it in October. Looks like it wants to break that area. But again, you can see candles here forming. Let's see what happens to the month. It might push up a little bit more and then retract all the way, respecting this and closing, below this area. So let's just keep an eye on that, guys. On a weekly time frame, you can see this big run that it made, this big bullish move to the upside. So what will happen this week? Will this be the turning point? Will this be the swing high over here? Or will price just push up a little bit more before it starts retracing back? Oops, come now. Okay, so we will have to see what the candle does this week. This opening candle, will it start being a bearish candle? If so, if it starts moving down, retracing back, I would like to see it at least retracing back to the 62% zone and then make its move to the upside. But again, guys, let's just have a look to this week. Don't just predict. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen. I'm just saying this is a possibility. Like I said, it can go up or even up here. This could be a trend line forming. Again, it's early days. So let's just have a look at, again, drilling down to lower time frames. Currently, the pound is just, it is in a big bullish run, like we know. Daily time frame, you can see this area over here. I'm just highlighting it. This was our previous area of, let's call it resistance. We know that there's liquidity. I made a video about trading this last week. Just go have a look at that video. I think it was something like this, if I can remember correctly. Bam, look there. So basically it was a swing low, swing high, came and retested this area of the 70% area, retesting this area over here. And I still said, take profits. Look at that. It hit the third take profit, taking out the liquidity at the top. So now again, what is going to happen? Okay, now anticipating to see what this new week will hold. Will price come down, retest this area of resistance, maybe turn support now, and then carry on to the upside? Like I said, this might be the monthly candle. This is part of the monthly candle. It's on its high here. It might push up even more before coming down. Or will this be the area of price starting to retrace even deeper down? And if that is the case, let's make it from the swing low to swing high. Let's say that was the swing high. Again, it's just assuming it, not saying this is what's going to happen. But if this is what's going to happen, if the next couple of candles is going to start retracing, I would love to see price retracing back to this area before it starts shooting up to, looking for buys or whatever. So at least there. It also works out nicely. I've made a couple of videos before where you get this W formation in the market that's forming with a huge move to the upside, and usually what it does is comes back to retrace back to the neckline over here. Okay, So guys, there's a couple of scenarios on this pair as well. Let's just again, let's just again drill down to your lower time frames. Always drill down to your lower time frames. Don't just, why don't you want to delete? Don't just act to the market now. Let's first see what it does. On the COT report for JPY, we can, again, we see this little bit of shorts being closed, but the big culprit here is the Japanese yen. A massive amount of shorts being placed in the market. Also longs, but huge amount of shorts, weakening that Japanese yen. I mean, it went from minus 63, negative 63,000 to negative 76,000. So that's contributing to this huge push to the upside. So if the Japanese yen weakens, pound will move up. If Japanese yen strengthens, pound will move down. So looking at the COT reports again, we might see a massive amount of shorts being closed after this and longs being put in the market, because we can see that there's longs being placed in the market. So there might be some more longs this coming week that gets placed, and hence pushing this price down to this area over here. So guys, that's all from me from these two pairs. Press that like button if you enjoyed this video. Comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Your comments is always welcome, and your input. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell as well. There's some more analysis coming your way this weekend. And guys, I hope you are staying safe, that you are having a fabulous weekend, and happy trading, guys.